Good day to everyone, especially to my fellow kababayans abroad. I am Dennis H. Bernal, and I'm an international director of SMDC for the past 9 long years. And I've been in the business for the past 33 long years, and it was a fruitful journey for me, and want to share with you, especially to all my kababayans abroad, our kababayans abroad, because SMDC International is catering to all Filipinos who've been working abroad and pay back their money in a, and invest their money in a manner that will give them a good return of investment. As I've said, I've been in the business for the past 33 long years. I started in Cityland Development Corporation in Binondo, yeah, and most of my client then was Filipino Chinese, and they're very happy with their investment. We started the Tagaytay Properties. If you heard of the Tagaytay Country Homes A, which is just right after the Rotonda of Tagaytay, near Serene Ayala projects, and this was my starting point in real estate. And most of my investors, as I've said, are Filipino Chinese. Been very happy with their investment. That time we were selling only at around 70 to 120 pesos per square meter. And now, imagine the serene residential condos that has been erected there by Ayala. I think they're selling at a high price of 5 million up. And yet, this is still a condo. You're just paying the airspace. Imagine the appreciation of the value of the properties. And then after that, I also been invited to join the Pamana Island Resort Hotel. This is a project by Manila Hotel and the late Tito Bobby Manyosa of Manyosa and Partners. And it was an island resort. We're selling a club shares then. And the time we're selling only at 75,000 per club shares. And unprecedentedly, I was given the citation for my unprecedented sales in Manila Hotel for that particular project. And it was a huge success. And most of my clients there are Palafox and world-renowned architects, because Tito Bobby has been the proponent of that particular project. But the eruption of Mount Pinatubo came in, so I have to shift my gear and venture into another real estate development after the eruption. It was the time that very challenging for all of us, especially the Filipinos, property sellers like me. So I joined one of the biggest developer of residential houses in Cavite, Santa Rosa, and Taytay Rizal, known before as Golden City. And this is owned by the Ribisco Biscuits owner, Mr. Jacinto Nang, and his brother-in-law Gregory Lee, then before. And it was a huge success because when I handled the entire operation in Cavite, I've been ranked #1, and I was given the citation again in the Western Philippine Plaza, known now as Sofitel. And I have an unprecedented record of selling the house and lot there to Filipinos who are members of SSS, GSIS, Pag-ibig, and it was a huge success. We're selling like thousands of units then, and we started this Golden City Imos. And meaning, I'm sharing this because this is the good thing in real estate. The investors are very happy with me now because most of them were able to deliver and appreciated their hard-earned money way back 1992, despite the challenge of the eruption of Mount Pinatubo, the Baguio earthquake, and yet they were able to recover. The real estate were able to recover, and then those who invested with me is very happy now. We started selling this particular project way back at 150,000 per unit to 350,000 per unit. Now they can sell it. In fact, the 1 year the project by Ayala, they're selling at 48,000 per square meter now. But the project right across is just selling at 350,000 way back 1992. You just imagine the appreciation of value of properties there. And then immediately after, I was hired by a developer who's handling the first reclamation project in the Radial 10 and the Ross Boulevard area, were commonly known as the Manila Harbor Center. I was the head of the international and local marketing of that particular project, and it was during the Ramos era where we were able to recover from the eruption of Mount Pinatubo from the uh, and this particular project, we started selling the reclaimed land, the enabling component of the Smoky Mountain, which is known as again by Smoky Mountain Rehabilitation or the Manila Harbor Center. We are started selling to a lot of big time investors. The top 1,000 corporations has been my client personally. I was able to sell properties to the likes of uh, uh, Alfredo Yao, Ambassador Alfredo Yao of Sesto Corporation, the likes of Elvira Chan of Metrobank, and Mr. Sikoson, our chairman, and government of Netherlands. We were able to sell to the property, the reclaimed property to them, the commercial component, because this Manila Harbor Center is similar to the ones that's happening now in the Rojas Boulevard area. We started selling this at 18,000 pesos per square meter, imagine that. But now we're talking of like the Mall of Asia area, we're talking now of 300 to 350,000 per square meter for residential condominiums. See the difference, see the value of your money by then. And you can imagine that I was able to convince Alfonso Uy of La Filipino Igunco, who has the biggest silo there in the Manila Harbor Center. Then we have the PCUP of Ramon Angno, the chairman of San Miguel Corporation. They're my personal client, and also a lot of people who've been in the business, especially those who wants to locate in the industrial park near the port of Manila. This is the first venture of President Ramos to develop an international port where I handled it. So I'm just sharing this with you because I want you to know how nice to invest in properties. As I've said, it's 18,000 lot per square meter then 1992, 1993, 1994 to 1996. It's been sold out already to a lot of locators in the Manila Harbor Center. And I'm very happy to share this with everyone that in properties you will not go wrong. You will not be mistaken to invest your hard-earned money, especially to our friends and kababayan abroad. And after that, I would like to share with you also that I was piloted by another developer to handle the first corporate tower in Rockwell, Philippines, the Pinma Group. The Pinma Group I've been hired as a director to handle and market the international port again, Cum Industrial Park in Calacabat, and now owned by the richest Duterte ally, Mr. Dennis Uy, who owns Phoenix Petroleum and Malampaya Gases. He is a very lucky guy in his investment in real estate. He purchased the entire Calaca Seaport now with Pinma Group, I think at a very reasonable price, and now he's been ranked as one of the richest man of the Philippines. In most of my locators then before was the Boys and Paints by the late Mr. Yuyeso and Mr. Wilson Ong of Century Inc. They are into paint business, and the whole family purchased to me a total of I think 7 hectares, which they purchased at a very reasonable price of 2,500 per square meter. Then imagine how lucky those guys are. The Asian Chem of Mr. Pagkalinawan. So I'm sharing this again because of the appreciation of your investment, especially to my kababayans abroad. Because now, as I've said, I work also after that with one of the biggest developer in the Philippines, DMCI. I was their part of the original team who've been into Australia, overseas, and I was able to convince our Filipino kababayans there to invest at a very reasonable price. Now they're all very happy. One of the most successful project then was right near the Rojas Boulevard of our SMDC projects. And there also, as I've said, I stayed with DMCI selling the vertical projects, the condominiums, the residential condominiums. Again, most of my friends and kababayans, especially in Australia, has been now my good friend. I've been very popular there. I hope that when you state the name Dennis Bernal, I hope that I left a very good legacy with our fellow kababayans there because as far as Sydney, Perth, um, Melbourne, and our kababayans in Adelaide, they're all my investors, my personal investors. They're very happy with their investment with me, especially during the time. Now, this time I'm telling you because with my present stint, I've been in the past 9 long years in SMDC. I was the original international director of this company, and I'm very happy with my stint here because most of my buyers, especially in the MOA complex area, has been very happy with me. Same with my client before from Australia, from Europe because I was the first director assigned in Europe, and most of them has been very happy with their the appreciation of their investment, hard-earned money. Why I'm sharing this? Because to date, because of this another crisis, the C virus that is a world pandemic, and I am very sorry to share this. It's opportune time for everyone. I'm sharing to everyone to invest now because SMDC is giving a lot of promos, especially projects that are good in payment terms. And then just feel free to approach me or one of my team members, Team Bernal, and we're very happy to assist you. Well, in fact, right now we have promos until the end of this month that will give you a very good opportunity to own a unit that would be ready this year. So imagine where can you purchase a property at a reasonable price for now because of the present situation. We're giving promos until March 31. And I would like to share with you again an example of my personal experience because I invested also in SMDC. I have this unit in Brisk Residences in Ross Boulevard, which I purchased only at around 2.6 million before, and now I'm having it liquidated by itself because the reason why I'm very happy and very convinced to share with you that in real estate it will not go wrong. I'm paying it at 24,000 right now, and the rental income that has been given to me just last month is around 40,000 per month. And imagine this Chinese investor or tenant paid me in advance of 1 year and another 2 months security deposit. Imagine of this investment of 2.6 million, you have now property appreciation, rental income, and again, I would like to share and convince everyone to invest. Why invest now? It's an opportune time because of the reasonable price, the promos, and the things that SMDC has been offering. You cannot get any property that would be ready this year that you can buy at a bargain price because of the generosity maybe of our chairman, or because we believe that we owe a lot of things to Filipino overseas, and we believe that their hard-earned money should come into a proper thing, proper investment. Again, I am sharing this with our kababayan abroad. I'm just happy to share with you and share with you my 33 long years experience in real estate, 9 years in SMDC, and I'm very happy and willing to assist you for your investment. And with that, I would like to end my sharing with you, and take care our kababayans abroad. And feel free to PM me. My FB account is Dennis H. Bernal, and I'm happy to assist you. Thank you and good day.